Hi, I'm Mike Campos from the ZDK-USA Martial Arts Association, headquartered in Johnstown, New York. And I have a little drill today on how to use our hips when we punch. And this is a really essential and extremely important part of karate, building speed, building accuracy, but also learning how to get the proper distance and hip rotation when we throw a gyakuzuki or a reverse punch. I'm going to be assisted today by Mr. Josh Primo. Josh trains in the Northern New York ZDK up in Messina, New York. This training session is being filmed at the Super Summer Seminars Martial Arts Camp in Herkimer, New York. The camp is held the third week in July. So one of the important elements in punching is learning to use the hips. If Josh is approximately this distance from me and I try to use a reverse punch on him and I don't use my hips, there's quite a bit of distance between the target, his body, and my fist. So in order to actually hit him, I have to learn how to pivot. I have to learn how to roll my hip without breaking my posture in order to hit the target. So all we do is this. If I'm here at full extension, I'm going to pivot on the ball of my rear foot and just push my hip forward. So basically, I don't have to move from the position I'm in order to make contact with his body. It's a very, very important move because it gives you more energy and more power in your technique. So now we're working from a lower stance. And what we need to do when we're in a lower stance in order to roll the hip is to let our weight move forward a little bit on that lead leg and pivot again on the rear foot. Ball of the rear foot and straighten that leg out. So it kind of looks like this. We roll the hip. Now if we want to hit him, because I can't hit him if I stay in this position, if I want to hit him, I have to do that movement. Drop a little weight to the front, pivot on the rear leg, and let that fist go into the target. All right, Josh and I are now working from a lower stance, much like we might do in a sparring match, but this is just a drill, so we may not necessarily be in this position. It's a drill to help you with your hip rotation. So what we're going to do is use that drill for hip rotation and turn it into a reaction drill. So what I'll do is I'll hit Josh, and then he has to immediately react to me hitting him. We'll do it about 3 or 4 times so you get a feel for when this is left. All right, so here we go. With the hip rotation. So one of the important elements in developing speed in your punch is to learn to be relaxed when you throw your technique and to use your body. Learn to use your body. The other thing that we talk about a lot is to be very careful that you're not flaring your punches. In other words, letting your elbow go out or doing something weird with your arm. What we say is, imagine there's a tube that goes directly to the target, and when you throw the punch, you go down the tube and then you come directly out of the tube. And when you come down the tube, the hip goes in, and when you come out of the tube, the hip gets pulled back. It retracts very strongly. So it's a strong retraction or impact in, movement forward, and a very strong retraction on the hip when you retract your punch. And they have to be coordinated in time. So it kind of looks like this. And that's our brief introduction to basic punching, utilization, sparring, or if you're using palm heels, various techniques like that, throat strikes, learning how to use the hips, learning how to get power, learning how to be relaxed when you throw a technique. Thank you very much.